Hello, everybody. Welcome to Brews and Blades. We were off last week. I was not feeling well. I'll admit, tonight's going to be a bit subdued, probably. I feel fine physically, but it's been a intense couple of days in my life, so that's why there hasn't been any videos for a couple, 3 days. I thought I had stuff backed up, and I did not. So I haven't had any out because things been kind of intense around here. I have not had time to do that. And I'm not in the best mood, but what better way to get in a better mood than by hanging out with some of my friends I've never met. Hey Zach, how's it going? Jock's Knife, good to see you. Taz, Hydrate. Yep, I gotta open it up. You guys are gonna laugh at me. I know they lost today, but it is the first day of football season, and I am a Jets fan, so I have to use the Jets koozie. And it didn't look good. Doesn't look great for my Jets from that one game. Not too wildly excited about that, but we will see. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched highlights. I did watch Formula One this morning though. I slept all day because I was up all night last night. So yeah, and I had shows all weekend. It's been a busy, crazy, not fun weekend for me. The shows were great, but other stuff sucked. So yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy or not hopeful for the Jets, man. I think they're gonna do their usual, sneak in and lose in the first round of the playoffs and not get a good draft pick. That's what always happens. So every year, I don't even watch Jets games, honestly. Football is like my distant fourth favorite sport, I would say. F1 above all else, and then hockey, baseball kind of tied, and then distant fourth for football. What's the second knife? I don't know from which side. But F1 was awesome today, though, and my boy won. So Charles Leclerc. I always like when the Ferraris win, and I always love it when Ferraris win in Monza. I used to have a cat named Monza. That's how big of an F1 fan I am. Is I named my cat after a racetrack. She was a crazy cool cat too. She was one of those big old Bengals. She was terrifying. Loving the Mordax? I absolutely am. And I did a little video, probably I think it's the last video that's up on the channel. This is a production one. I'd had the prototype before, and they let me swap it out for a production one, and the production one is even better. Even better. Leclerc and Norris are the two coming through. Yeah, Leclerc and Norris are both awesome. Lando Norris is really, really good. And I think actually that George Russell kid's pretty damn good too. How's the micarta on the Kaiser Pinch? It's okay. I will say, spoiler alert, I'm going to do the review on this later this week. It's not going to be that positive, but it has nothing to do with the micarta. The micarta is okay. It's not great. But yeah, it's just the detent or walk and talk, whatever you want to call it, on a slip joint. It's got one of those double detent things instead of a normal back spring, and I'm not impressed. It's very easy to close. But the micarta is fine, and they said the micarta will get better. This was the first time they made the micarta, so, but it's just not very good action on it. Not really in love with that at all. And it's not a real Scandi grind. People ask all the time. It isn't. It's got a bevel on it, so it's not a real Scandi grind. But I don't care about that. But I kind of prefer that, actually, I think, to an actual Scandi grind. But it carries well and everything. It's a really good overall shape and design, but they got to do something different with that detent. Another exclusive spider monkey. Yeah, this is for my 10,000 sub giveaway. So like I keep saying every show, tell your friends, tell your mother, tell your girlfriend, tell your ex-girlfriend, tell your ex-wife, whatever you got to do. Got to hit that 10K. And I'm just drinking Stella tonight. Nothing fancy. Out of the knives on the table, which is my favorite? Oh, probably the Atom. But I'm also liking this a whole lot too. I really liked the prototype, but this one's just that much better. I've been carrying it a whole lot. Been carrying this Kaiser Fire Ant all weekend because I had shows and stuff, so this is a bit more discreet. So I've been carrying this all weekend. I love the blade on this thing. Very, very slicey. I like Warnies for just kind of EDC stuff. It's pretty handy. Micarta Spider Monkey. Who's making that? You forgot the vendor name? You need to find that out right away. Did you pre-order the SBD Void? I did. That is a nice thing I did for myself today. Had a crap weekend, and I pre-ordered a Void. I got paid for my comedy shows this weekend. They threw in a little extra because I did a good job, and I spent it all on a SBD Void. So, and I don't feel remotely bad about it. I got the carbon fiber one, the gray carbon fiber one. So very, very excited to see that. Eric Bauer says you got an email from John Grimsmo. Oh, you got a link to go order a Norseman if you want to. Yeah, I love the action on them. They are just as great as everybody says, but I just think they're hideous. It's just not something I really want. I've never really felt like if I sprung a lot of money on a custom, it would not be a Norseman, I don't think. But yeah, the voids look pretty great. Oh, you ordered a bronze. Ooh, the Damasteel Bork. You went very, very fancy. Yeah, I'm very eager to get EDC Specialties. Oh, I know that shop. Yeah, so EDC Specialties is who's doing the Micarta stuff. If you're not reading the comments over there for the Micarta Southern Grind, I may have to get another one. That may have to happen. Hey, Slicey, did you ever try the Rouge out? I don't know what the Rouge out. Oh, Rogue. No, I had never had the Rogue. No, I did not. Rouge. Why did I say Rouge? That's the state of mind I'm in today, that I misread Rogue as Rouge. Yeah, Norsemen's are, what, $2 grand, 2,500, something like that. That Fire Ant's still doing wonders. I still do really like it. It's still pretty good. Yeah, Eau Rouge. That's probably why. Yeah, F1. I read stuff in accents now, just like I say Charles Leclerc instead of Charles Leclerc, like everybody else says. But that's his name. It's Charles Leclerc. Oh, were they only 900? That's not bad. I always thought I always guessed they were a lot more than that. I don't know why. Still, 900. I don't like it. I still don't like the look of it. Just me. I don't like the look of them. The action is freaking amazing on them, but James Moore, you are stuttering for some reason. Double posting everything you post. It's fine. I don't know what's going on, but Grosjean is the best one to do in an accent. Yeah. I think my favorite F1 name of all time is still Pastor Maldonado, but it's because we got to call him Crash Door because he crashed all the time and it was fun. Yeah, exactly, Taz. It's a very nice knife. They're very, very nice, and knowing they're 900, they feel every bit of $900 in your hand. They definitely do. It's just not my thing, looks wise. Do you prefer the TRM Atom or the Neutron? The Atom. I like the Atom better. With the inset liners and all that stuff, it's just, it feels like a generation beyond the Neutron, and it is, so it should. But yeah, it's improved. I think there's a lot of little improvements over the Neutron that add up to it being a little better. Hey, Libya, how's it going? Should I get the Spider Monkey? Yes. That's always going to be my answer to that. Yes. Yeah, I think that the Spider Monkey is kind of it is kind of like in car stuff, we always say the answer is always Miata. And I think it's becoming that, yeah, the answer is always Spider Monkey. That's going to be my new maybe I'll put that on a t-shirt someday. The answer is always Spider Monkey. I'm actually doing a video that I actually already recorded, and then I realized I screwed it up as I was uploading it. You were going to have a video yesterday, and I was doing my top 10 favorite beater knives, and I realized as I was uploading it that I forgot one like an idiot, so there was only 9 on there. I just skipped over one on my list and didn't have time to reshoot it. So, but even though it's expensive, the Spider Monkey's still on that list. Spoiler. I don't think beater knives need to be cheap. Most of those on that list are cheap, but this one isn't. I don't use this one because this is your giveaway knife, but my carbon fiber one I use all the time, and I do not worry about banging it up. I just don't care. Yes, Miata is always the answer. Except for my son's first car. I promised I'd get him a Miata, and now he's 6'5" and he can't fit in one. So it's not his first car. I'll come at you like a spider monkey. Your main beater knife is the Code 4. The Code 4 is on that list as well. Another spoiler alert there, yeah. Yeah, the Code 4 is a great beater. S35 VN, less than $100. Great blade shape, really light, easy to carry. How can you go wrong? You can't go wrong. Talladega Nights, I don't know what that's in reference to. I probably missed something. That's entirely possible. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Chad. A bunch of us did. Yeah, I got one too for the Void pre-order. Yeah, I haven't been crazy about some of the other Brian Nadeau stuff because I've held it and they're all just so well done and amazing, but I just didn't like the flipper tab. And now the Void, it's kind of cool. It has that same weird shaped flipper tab, but it's mostly recessed in the handle, which is kind of neat. Pretty cool little solution to that. And you can Spidey flick it, so double awesome. I just looked at it and it just looked fantastic. I don't like a little bit of flat in my blades, and the Void is all belly. But if you guys go to the Sharp by Design website, I think they're still available. I didn't order mine until a couple hours ago, and they were still available for the pre-order, so you might want to go check that out. I was able to order any one in any color, any configuration I wanted, and it was fine. So so I did that. I just did the deposit. I didn't pay the full bow up front. I just did the deposit on it. But because you have the option to do one or the other. Have you seen the giant mouse Sonoma? I have not. Got a Stargazer Tucson coming, Matt Baker says. Yeah, I'm going to have a couple Tucsons coming this week. I'm figuring out which two. I know I asked you guys for comments, and you guys did give a lot, and I appreciate that, but I have not had time to go back and look at them. I will do that and figure out which two I'm going to get. And then there was a local guy. Oh, they are gone? Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I teased you guys, but no, I only ordered mine like, my God, 2-3 hours ago, and I got it. I must have been one of the late people. You wish the thumb stub was a little different on the Spider Monkey. Yeah, I could see that. I wouldn't mind if it was a bit more rounded off, but it's okay. Somebody asked about something else up there that I wanted to talk about, and I missed it. I'm going to scroll up here. Oh, Carrie, you got to check out an Adam last night. Yeah, they are pretty amazing. They make a very good first impression. That is absolutely for sure. Can I flip the Mordax? The sound is amazing. Yeah, and on the production one, it's even better than the prototype. I wish I still had the prototype, but it went out in the mail yesterday, so. This one, the button, it doesn't, I can't call it button stick, but it does make a little sound. But like, you can't really feel it. It just makes a little noise. I likes it. But the other one I had, the prototype, had obviously been beaten up a little bit, so that's probably just going to break in and stop making that noise in very short order, I would imagine. Yeah, Libby, I'm sure it's just going to break in. Is the action as good as the Dalica? Yes, everything is better than the Dalica. The Dalica with its 14 position stops. Yeah, I saw they're going to do an all-titanium one soon, Jameson says. Yeah, the Mordax and all-titanium. Oh, my Lord. It's going to cost a lot, though, I bet. If I had to guess, this one's what, $240? I would guess we'll make guesses. What do you think? I think it's $400. I think the full titanium one's going to be 400. That will be my guess. Jock's Knife asked when can we expect the podcast. Well, we're going to try and record something on Tuesday. Just a little introductory episode with just the two of us, with just myself and Metal Complex, and just kind of a little intro thing to say, you know, what we're going to be doing and talk about ourselves a little bit and kind of sort of interview ourselves. And then proper first episode will be 2 weeks later. And I'm pretty sure I know who the guest is going to be, but I don't want to commit him to it until I've actually got him to, we have a time set and all that stuff. Have you seen the Wii Anodyne Flame Ammo? That was that limited edition one, right? It looked kind of cool. Hydrate, yes. Any concerns about the spider monkey being fragile? Absolutely not. That's why I put it in my list of my favorite beaters. That thing's overbuilt as hell. You can definitely pound on that sucker. Your girlfriend wants to start carrying a blade, can't decide between the Spyderco cat or the dragonfly. Oh, they're both good. I don't know. I would say the dragonfly maybe just because it's a little lighter. And if she's into colors and stuff, you can get a bunch of cool colors and all that stuff. Keith says, yes, I accept the invitation. I'll be on the podcast. No, not you. Would you consider a Hinderer a beater knife? They definitely can be. I don't use mine that way. It's my Hinderer is definitely a user, but I don't really use it as a beater, primarily because it's a 3-inch one. So my Hinderer is a half-track full titanium, and it is very pricey. So yes, that thought does come into my mind. But expensive knives that are good beaters, a Sebenza, Chris Reeve Sebenza, great beater. You're not going to hurt the damn thing. And if you do, you just send it off to them and they fix it. So who cares? Just stuff like that, you know, solid built stuff. That half-track definitely could handle anything I was going to throw at it. And I do use it quite a bit, but harder core stuff, it's just not usually what I'm carrying because it's a 3-inch. And usually if I know I'm going to be actually working on stuff, I have larger knives in my pocket. How are the ergos on the Elementum compared to the Mass Drop Gent? Yeah, I would say the Elementum's a little bit better. It's just a little thicker. I have really long fingers, though, so if you have normal human-sized hands, you're probably not even going to notice the difference. They're pretty similar. Thoughts on the Medford Slim Midi? I almost bought one a few times, but I didn't, and I'm not going to now. I'll just leave it at that. Wonder if the Sebenza 31s will drop at Blade Show West. That doesn't sound unlikely, Carlito. That does not sound unlikely. I think that might happen. If I had to take a shot at when you'd see them, I think that's a pretty good bet. JT recently posted Carry the Queen challenge. Yeah, I saw that. I've been busy this week and I didn't get a chance to look at it. I'll have to go do that. I think the bird people did some vids on the Slim. Birdshot 4, they call them the bird people. If you do, that's very funny. Yeah, they've had a Slim Mini for a while. Very nice looking knife. And I got to hold one. You going to Blade Show West? No, I'm not, sadly. Can't swing it financially at this particular moment in time. Spider Monkey is perfect size, and then some dimensions, and handle not enough good knives in that size range. Yeah, you're right. It is. That's one of the things I like about it. It's just perfect size range. Perfect size range. Slim Mini is the only Medford you like. I would kind of agree with that, Randy. It's kind of the only Medford. I like the production Praetorian was okay. I liked it a lot better than I expected to, but it's nothing I'd even consider owning. But the Slim Mini's a nice knife. Have my spare room. I had my spare room all set up for your Brews blades. Oh well, sorry, Zach. No, I can't. I can't afford to go out there. Yeah, I can get a pocket pry bar for a lot cheaper than dropping $400 on a Medford. We don't need to pile on Medfords. I have nothing against their products. What's your thoughts on a lightweight PM2? I hope it's coming. kind of think it is, but yeah, I would love it. I'd love to have a lightweight PM2. That'd be really cool. All their lightweight stuff's like printing money. If they make lightweight versions of stuff, they're doing a lightweight Stage 5, they're gonna sell a crap ton of them. Do a lightweight PM2, you'll sell a crap ton of them. It's printing money. Why would you not do it? Do it in that same BD1N steel for what? Isn't that, yeah, that's what the paramilitary or the Para 3 lightweight is, right? I'm totally brain farting right now. Yeah, yeah, doing the BD1N, charge $105 for it. Print money. Yeah, they would sell a ton of them. Hey, BD, how's it going? 71 on here right now. Yeah, I take a week off, and then you guys all miss me, and you come back. So thank you very much for all coming back. I appreciate all that. The super chat thing is open, by the way, if anyone wants to kick in a couple shekels or something like that. I want to try a bug out in a Para 2 or Para 3 and Shaman. Yeah, I miss my Shaman very, very much. I need to get another one. I almost bought that S90V carbon one, but I don't like S90V. I've had 2 very bad experiences sharpening that stuff, and I don't like S90V. What about your Shaman? You hate it? I don't know. I don't pay retail, Libya, so I usually don't I don't usually give good offers on used knives. So I have bought very, very few used knives. Just because I can get stuff at wholesale. So my offers are usually insulting. I would shamelessly say smash that like button, but that would be rude. Smash that like button, everybody. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when I'm on. Thanks, Zach. Hydrate, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ron. I don't try and brag about it, but you know what? But you guys get those deals passed on to you, because then I resell them at less than retail with very little use on them, and it's good. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. I'm gonna have a knife sale coming up later this week, I do believe too. So I just need to rotate some stuff out. I just need to figure out what's gonna be on it, because I need to get some more new stuff in. I'm going to be ordering some Tucson's tomorrow, and I don't have much else coming in on the horizon other than those. On the near horizon, I just ordered that Nadeau today, but yeah, so I gotta sell some stuff and rotate some things on here. Somebody asked RMS, how did you like Chappelle's new special? I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was like genius, but it's pretty good. Chappelle's really good, and people are offended by some stuff that he said, but you know what? He knows how to do it, and I thought it was completely fine. Jacques Knife says, Civivi McKenna scales swapped yet? No, I haven't even sent it off yet. It's been crazy this week, so. Have you ever handled a Holt Spectre? I keep entering lottos to get the chance to buy one. I hate to go through all the trouble and finally get one and not like it. Yeah, I did a video on it. If you watched all of my videos, Jason Brackett, you would know that yes, I did. But no, I'm just kidding. No, I did have one of the newest Spectres right after Blade Show. It was actually Shabaz's. I took all his knives back to my house and then mailed them to him. But it's great. The Holt Spectre is awesome. If I bought a full-on like custom, would really hard for it not to be a Koenig Arius or a Holt Spectre. I think it would be one of those two. Someone will be offended no matter what you say. Yep, Randy, that's true. I had good shows this weekend, though, I gotta say, man. I didn't have any problems with anybody. Everybody was cool and respectful. I was with Ron Funches. I don't know if you guys, any of you comedy, I know there's comedy fans that come on here all the time. Any you guys know who Ron Funches is? Great dude. Love working with him. And his crowds are normally kind of nerdy people who don't give you any hard times. So so it's good. And I didn't have to yell at anybody or anything. And I had good shows. I did awesome. Got the longest applause break I've ever gotten in my life for a stupid joke about Kit Kats, and that was awesome. I think I'd only get that in front of Ron Funch's crowds, but it's a new joke, but maybe it's just better than I think it is, but I think it's a dumb throwaway joke, but man, everybody loved it. So that was cool. It's always nice when the new stuff works. Do you ever use us as one of your jokes? No. Oh, the Kit Kat joke is I'll do half of it. It's actually like a two-part thing. So it's talking about just stuff that bothers me that keeps me up at night. Like, I'm not going to do the joke word for word, but like the Charmin bears, there's underwear laying on the floor, and they don't wear pants. Why is there underwear on the floor, and why is it a big concern there's underwear on the floor when they don't wear pants? And why do they care if their buttholes are dirty if they don't wear pants? I don't understand the whole thing. And the Kit Kat part is, like I said, my wife told me that the inside of Kit Kats are made from other Kit Kats. And I Googled it, and it's true. And now I don't know how the first Kit Kat was made, and it drives me nuts, and I haven't slept for a month, and I go on a whole thing. I just start yelling about Kit Kats after that. It's mostly the yelling about Kit Kats that does good, so. What's your, I think the yelling is why it gets a lot of laughter, and I can't yell on this. It'll just pop out. What's your best, worst heckler experience? I don't know. I've never had a good one. I hate hecklers. I usually am either too nice or I go nuclear. I think my best one I had was I had a bunch of Ukrainians shouting at me in Russian, and they didn't realize that I spoke enough Russian to understand what they were saying. And I responded to them back in Russian. These big, like four like big Ukrainian dudes, and I responded back to them in Russian, and they just immediately got up and ran away like I'd set fire to their table. And I thought that was funny. I've waved off security before because I want to make the people leave. I don't want the security guy to make them leave. I want to make them leave myself. And have you ever gone Bill Burr on people? I've come close. I've come close. I had one, I made a whole bachelorette party leave one night, which they're the worst, by the way. Bachelorette parties, the worst. I would take 7 bachelor parties to one bachelorette party. They are the freaking worst. When women get drunk, they're terrible. And I had this woman yelling at me, saying that she wanted to put a part of my anatomy in her mouth, and she kept yelling it over and over again during my set. And my friend Mark was in the back running the lights, and I said, "Can you turn the stage lights up?" And he turned the stage lights up, and I looked at her and said, "Yeah, no thanks. You can turn them back down." And he turned the lights back down, and everybody laughed at her, and then they all left. And I did not care. I was done with them. That was I can't stand bachelorette parties. So Kit Kat's turning into Sam Kinison. No, I yell at people a lot. I yell on stage a lot. I'm a bit of a shouter. Crowd work is the funniest. Not if you're not good at it, and I don't do it. I don't seek it out. I don't seek it out. I'm not going to do crowd work unless somebody makes me do it. I don't. It's not something I enjoy. I was a writer before I was a comedian, and I really like how my jokes are written, and I want them to go the way I wrote them. I don't want you to bother me. Do you prefer white milk or dark chocolate? Oh, and the Kit Kats? Dark chocolate, of course. Of course. And thank you, Jameson. Golf clap for the ladybird. Yeah. She wasn't happy, though. She complained a lot. And then she went to the bar next door, and then she got thrown out of there. Stupid drunk idiot. It takes a lot to get thrown out of a bar that has a mechanical bull in it. I would think. What else we want to talk about? Let me switch some knives around here. What else do we got? We'll switch one Civivi for another. We'll take the Elementum out. I got the Insight here. This is a keeper. I gotta say, I think I'm keeping this insight. I really thought it was going to be a catch and release. Maybe I'll sell it, but I don't know right now. This is a good one. That's a good one. I'm enjoying that one quite a bit. A little big for what I usually carry. That's the only reason I might sell it is because it's a little big. But other than that, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one there. That's a contender for my a knife of the year. Somebody just Zachary just randomly said Roxy 4. I do want to get one of those. I may have, you know, I may have the budget for that this week. That's a good point. I think I may have the budget to finally get a Roxy 4 this week. Yeah, see if my two people who owe me money pay me on Monday or Tuesday, I might have the budget to do that. You see the Open L Slim? Yeah, that looks really cool. Well, it's nice thing. Red carbon fiber, sort of. It's a carbon fiber G10 laminate, or layered, I guess. You can't call it laminate. Layered, but they do it sideways. Where normally they have the G10 just with a layer of carbon on top. They cut it sideways. It's the same as like what Tuya does. This is a thing that I guess is pretty popular in China right now because Tuya came out with one, then Civivi did, and then now I see Kaiser's coming out with a few with the same stuff. So some handle material supplier is making this stuff. And I don't mind it. Yeah, I brought the Chavez out. You guys always ask for it. I'm preemptively opening that. I wish Civivi would do thumb studs. Yeah, me too, man. That would be great. I like my thumb studs. I just seen the notification for Zach's video. Oh, yeah, the top 5 knives with a twist. Nice job, Zach, doing a tag from a year ago. Or are we doing that all over again? Are we doing that all over again? I'm just busting your balls, but are we doing that all over again? Sergeant Kong, you think we can do a Booze and Blades last Sunday of the month? Yes, I will this month. I forgot all about it last month. I forgot about it. But I will do a Booze and Blades, which that just means I'm drinking liquor instead of beer. And it's more fun for you, less fun for me because I don't feel so good. We're doing it all over again. You didn't tag me in it, did you? Oh, and the Carry the Queen thing. I got to look at that. Did I get tagged in that, Zach? I didn't get a chance to look at it this weekend. I feel very bad. No, okay, good. I'll do it though, but if somebody tags me, is it a tag thing? I don't know. Oh, I got tagged. God damn it. Okay. All right, no problem. It's just going to be me carrying another expensive hinderer. How long do I have to carry it for? I could just go watch the video, or I could just sit here and just ask Zach. That's this and this episode of Ask Zach, things that I can't be bothered to watch. Oh, just one day. Yeah, I carry that every now and then anyway. Yeah. Today's episode of Ask Zach. What other videos should I have watched, Zach? I normally watch a lot of people's videos, but I just, this weekend has been, oh God, especially today. Ugh. I had shows, so my sleep pattern's off because I don't get home till 2 in the morning. And yeah, and then today was full of suck. Ask Zach, I'm lazy. Yeah, that would be a better thing. What is the airspeed velocity of unladen swallow? African or European? You cannot get a Monty Python reference by me. You can't do it. It's impossible. Oh, did I make it in the future? I did. It's 2020 now, guys. I just made it in the future. I'll fix that when I'm done. No, yeah, I'm publishing this 1 year in the future. It's 1 year in the future. Metal Complex has more followers than all of us. Zach married a horse. We don't know why. And Keith finally got the comeuppance he deserves for sending everyone Dalikas. That's what happens when you're in the future. So now you know. Yeah, it's a big sucker. It's big. Leclerc world champion next year. Jacques Life. I hope. I hope. I hope Leclerc wins next year, or 2021 when they change all the rules and we get new engines and all that stuff. What's the beer tonight anyway? Oh, it's just a something simple. It's just a Stella in the koozie of losers. I don't know if he married a lady horse or not. He lives in Oregon, so it's whatever. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's completely fine. Just wait till Hamilton goes to Ferrari. It's never going to happen, Jocks and I. Hamilton's with Mercedes until he retires, I'm sure. Does Shabazz show his face in the future? Yes, but he has plastic surgery beforehand, so that it doesn't look like his current face. It's every driver's dream, but I don't think it's Hamilton's. I don't. This is the Insight. It's a pretty good name for a big giant knife. I gotta admit, not a bad name. We and Civivi went through a string of very bad names, but they've been doing pretty good lately. Yeah, so he looks like an old Batman actor. Yeah, he modifies his face to look just like Adam West, and then he shows his face. Did you get the trout scales put on yet? Bunzo Reviews asked. No, because I only got one. They just sent me like 2 little samples, so I just have one. And I don't have the knife they go to. They go on a TRM Neutron, and I do not. His sweating in a Batman mask comment yesterday was hilarious. I didn't see that. Yeah, I love. Yeah, I told him for Blade Show he should have gone Adam West Batman mask instead of Dark Knight Batman mask, but the whole Adam West purple pajamas Batman outfit would have been great. Plot twist: Shabazz is actually Greg Medford. I can verify he is not the same person. It was something like when I was getting my PhD. This was not something I foresaw in my life. Yeah, Nick's a very, very funny dude. Even in person, we had a lot of time laughing and hanging out. And yeah, it's funny. It's long enough now that no one's gonna know, so I can probably say it. I did have, and a couple people asked me that. They said, "I wish I could have met could have met Nick at Blade Show," and I was like, "Hey, you did, but you didn't know it because he just was walking around. He was with me a lot, so." But I saw people that weren't with me. That they didn't come up to me. I saw him talking to people who later messaged me and said, "I wish I could have met Nick." And I was like, "Yeah, you did." But it's a great gimmick, though. Man, I wish I'd have come up with. I wish I'd have done that, but I can't. My face is too well known. So my face is just too well known. Even from stand up and my bike stuff and everything, it was just there was no way I could ever hide my face on YouTube. It would have been just useless. It was just useless to even try, so I just never even made the effort. I did go to get a P.O. box so people don't know where I live, but other than that, I have made no effort to hide who I am. It is a good shtick. I'm relatively certain Mr. Shabazz wears someone else's face in public. Mission Impossible, not Texas Chainsaw. Junior V says, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what his budget is. Saying don't get into watches is like push the big red button. Yeah, it is. I will say, and I'm ashamed of it, the watch that has, to get back into EDC gear stuff, kind of knife related things, the watch that has kind of cured me of my watch addiction, honestly. And guys, don't throw rocks at me, but it's just the Apple Watch. I know it's bad, but I bought the big one for my wife and she didn't like it, so she gave it to me and got a different one. And you know what? I can just change the bands easy. It looks good. It vibrates and stuff when I have an alarm go off. Terrible, but it's good. It's just good. I did wear my tag last night, though. I do have a nice tag Heuer that's not near me, but I wore my tag, on stage and stuff because it looks better. But yeah, this is just handy to use. And it looks good enough, and I can change the bands. I have like 5 different bands for it that cost me each like $12.99 on Amazon, and can change it to match my outfit and all that stuff. So is that a Kaiser Fire on the End? Yes, it is. Nice Slicers. I did a review on it already. Yeah, they're not really watches, but they're nice. It is a little guilty pleasure for sure. Taz's Roll says Tissot is the best you can do. I would love to have one of those, but I actually really like some. The only reason I have a tag Heuer is somebody gave it to me. Question is, does anyone carry iPods? Bunzer Review said, I used to, but not iPods. I had a different brand, but that similar kind of thing. And the only thing my dog chews up is earbuds that go inside your ears with the rubber things on them. I can't wear any of the normal Apple AirPods, earbuds, anything. They just fall out of my ears. They don't stay in at all. And so I got some different brand ones. I don't remember what they were. They were like $80. And then, yeah, she chewed one up. So that sucked. Olivia 2 says, I pick my knife to match my outfit. I'm not ashamed of it. Me either. I do the same thing. Be proud. Be proud. I do the same thing. Absolutely. You don't wear watches since getting tattooed. Yeah, I'm going to get some more on my forearm here, but I'll do the same I did over here. I leave room for it. So that's just my kids' names. But I'm getting something written over here in the I'm getting the nerdiest tattoo possible. I'm getting a phrase in Mandoe, which is a fictional language for Mandalorians, written in Arabesh, which is a fictional font or script, whatever you want to call it, from Star Wars. All right there. So no, it's gonna say, but today you live in Mandoe, which I think is gonna be really cool. We have too many tattoos to wear a watch. Well, the watch still will fit. They just won't be able to see it. That Mandalorian show looks awesome, Libby. Oh my God, yes. Jesus, that looks good. I am more excited about that than a lot of things. That just looks fantastic. My wife and I already have a pact that I'm not allowed to watch it ahead of her. So, because sometimes I am glad they're doing it one a week. They're not releasing all 10 episodes at once, or I just would have sat down and watched them all and she'd have been really mad. I just would have taken a day off and watched all of them. Yeah, the Mandalorian looks amazing. Get a Jar Jar tramp stamp. No. Not going to do that. More excited about the Mandalorian than the next Star Wars movie. Me too. Thanks, Keith. No tats on my what? Butthole? More excited than the Disney park? Yes. I'll never see the Disney park. I don't like theme parks. Don't like theme parks. I don't have many tats. I got this one. I got one on a shoulder blade, and I got one on my neck, which I think a neck tattoo counts for 4. But yeah, I have a neck tattoo. But and it came out bigger than I wanted it to. It's not gigantic, but you guys have seen it in videos. I can't flip the camera around. It's only about yay big, but I had to cover up something else. I got a tiny little neck tattoo, and it didn't come out well, and I had to get it covered up. So now I have a bigger one. The way the cookie crumbles. Are the CJRB knives out yet? Oh, hey, I have to check the tracking. I have some on the way. No, they're not out yet in stores, but I do think mine might arrive tomorrow. I'm not sure. If I do, I'll do an unboxing because I don't even know which ones I'm getting. I know they're sending me 2 or 3 of them. So, yeah. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Keith. Star Wars is my life. Star Wars is my life. Me too. I was born in 1975, so I was born like 2 years before it came out, and I guess I saw the original one in the theater, but of course I don't remember. But then when Empire came out, they replayed the original one, and I remember that double feature at the drive-in, watching Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back to back, and it was awesome. Changed my life. CJRB knives look pretty empty. Yeah, they're good. I held them at Blade Show. A few, they're really nicely done. They're just as almost. The materials aren't as nice, but they're as nicely made as the Civivis, and they're a lot cheaper, like 34, $35. They're gonna be good. Where the CRGB knives being sold? Anywhere you see Artisan Cutlery. It's Artisan Cutlery's budget brand, so every place that sells those. I'm a Star Wars nerd. I was 8 when the first one came out in the 70s. Yeah, that was a good age. Oh man, you're prime. You had no choice. August West, you were like bred to be a Star Wars nerd. Wish Kaiser would make more Tangrams. Yeah, I know. What happened to that? I just was thinking that the other day. I was doing that beater video and I had a Tangram, and I'm like, what happened to Tangram? You ever read the Timothy Zahn Heir to the Empire books? Free State Fellow asks. I can say for sure because Grand Admiral Thrawn is my favorite. Number one, I have, again, I can't turn the camera around. Let me look around and count. 3 different Grand Admiral Thrawn figures. And I've read every single one of the novels up until the Yuzon Vong crap, because that was junk. And now when Disney started over again and they started the new canon, I've read all the novels. I've read every single one. Sorry, listened to. I have Audibles, and I have to drive a lot, so I'm listening to it on Audible. Star Wars, get the CRKT out. Which one? I don't know which CRKT is Star Wars related. Man, Libya, you made somebody mad. They keep putting all your comments up for review, and I don't understand why. I'm approving all of them, though. Yeah, it's D2, I think. No, they're not out yet, Olivia. They're shipping them to like reviewers and stuff, but they should be out like this week. Oh, the TIE Fighter. Jesus, I'm an idiot. I tell you. Bad day. I do have the TIE Fighter. Well, it's the TIE Tac 2. It's not the TIE Fighter. I used to have a TIE Fighter, but I sold it because I didn't really like it. It was the finish that I chose. It wasn't actually the knife or the design. I just made an impulse decision on the finish, and it wasn't good. I didn't care for it. Really upset the 4-inch lightsaber is still not available. What do we have to do? I don't know. I guess get better with plasma technology. Artisan Cutlery's Instagram account said they might be making pens and pry tools. At least that's what they said when I asked. Yeah, I think pens they're probably going to do that. I would look at the pens. I'm not a pry. Does anybody here? Let's just do this quick before we end. I'm going to wrap this up fairly early tonight. Does anybody else actually carry a pry tool on here and use it? I've never felt a need to. I don't know if anybody actually does. When will D2 be ditched for 154? Well, Kaiser's doing that. Kaiser's doing a lot of 154 stuff. You have to pry open the doors of FedEx vehicles, Keith, with that pry tool. Is that what you're doing with it? I can't find Speed Element. Do they know when there's going to be in the market? I want it bad. I don't know. Didn't know they were out. I haven't been paying attention. Kaiser swapped to N690 for a lot of stuff, but then the higher end ones are CPM 154, like the sheepdogs are, or sorry, 154 cm. The sheepdogs 154 cm. I carry a Lynch all access pass V3 at work every day. Okay. Well, there you go. Some of you do use them. I just don't understand the $200 or $300 pry bar tool. It's just like, isn't that just like a? Can you just do that with a shitbag screwdriver that's laying around? Thoughts on N690? So far, so good. I haven't really, it just kind of, I think it kind of went away before I started doing this, and then now it's coming back. So I haven't had a whole ton of them, but it seems all right. I just had one on the table. I think this is N690. Yeah. It seems all right. Yeah, this is N690. Nothing that I thought was like butter, using it. Didn't feel like, HCR or anything like that. Yeah, Italians do love N690. They like all those steels. They want all the Euro steels. The QSP I just got is N690. Yeah, they're using a lot like that. Yeah, I've heard N690 is pretty much like VG10. That kind of feels about right. It sounds about right. I wish more budget-friendly stainless steels were an option. 14C28. 14C28N is my favorite budget steel. I will say that with no equivocation whatsoever. Unless you consider 154 CM a budget steel now, which you kind of can. But 14C28N is just great. It's so easy to sharpen, holds an edge plenty long enough, corrosion resistance, all that stuff. It's really good. Do you know when Reich's titanium folder is coming out? No, I don't. I saw that they announced it at Blade Show and everything, and I was expecting to see it by now. The Topps mini Scandi folder comes in N690. Seems well review knife. Yeah, it basically like other people have said, it's basically VG10. So, and VG10's fine if you heat treat it right. I don't know who did whose and what did what's, but the stuff I've had, it's mostly been Kaiser's, honestly, I think, in the N690. And Tuya, and a couple of Tuyas. So, and they've all been fine. But, you just got your Mordax reground. Parsons Blade Works, I would not blame you for that. It is pretty thick behind the edge. It's the only flaw that thing has. It's pretty thick behind the edge. But well, I hate to bail out when I have almost 80 people on here, but I really am. I'm kind of done for the night. So I apologize for that. But yeah, I'm just not. It's been a weekend, so I am going to punch out of here, and thank you guys so much, and thank you guys so much for the donations. I do very much appreciate that, and we'll be back again next week. Hopefully, I'm in a better mood and we have more fun. So have a good one.